Hey, so when it comes to Warhammer 40,000, the Space Marines were pretty cool. But for me, the Imperial Guard were always the best. I absolutely loved the Imperial Guard. I don't know what it is about them, maybe because they're the constant underdog. They're guaranteed they're going to die in droves. But there was just something about them. I love their armor. I love their tanks. Everything was just really cool. So I had to print me a full-size helmet. I'm going to show you here. We're going to go over how I painted this, how I weathered this, how I made this look like it just survived a orc invasion. So let's get after it, huh? All right, so I've already gone through all the layer line smoothing process, putting on the Bondo paste and filler primer and sanding this thing and getting it ready for paint. If you want to see how to do that, I will put a link to a video in the description. But this thing is now ready to paint and weather. And that's what this video is about, is weathering, making this thing look like it's been out in combat. So the first step is steal all the underpants. Oh wait, no, that's how you get to making a profit. The first step in painting is we're going to spray paint this entire helmet and gas mask with a metallic silver. That's going to be our base coat that we put our primary coat over top of. So I'm going to step into my spray booth real quick and spray this, and I will be back in, okay. The silver is good and cured, so now we need to pre-paint chip the helmet before we do its primary coat of paint, which is just going to be this flat deep forest green. To pre-paint chip, we're going to use Vallejo liquid mask. We're going to put that on before we paint it, and then we can remove it and it'll have pre-paint chipped. So you got to think about where this helmet is going to get most of its damage. I mean, this is an Imperial Guard trooper helmet, so he's seen some shit. He's going to spend most of his time out on the battlefield probably ducking for cover because they're not expected to live all that long. So we want to think about where it's going to get the most wear and tear when he's diving into rubble trying to avoid being killed. What you need, something to pour your liquid mask out on, and just a piece of sponge. This is a part of packing material that came with one of my 3D printers. Some of that out, load up your sponge, and we're going to go through anywhere you think it's going to smack on corners. Got too much on there. We're going to call that good. Now we're going to let this sit for about an hour, and then I'm going to go out and spray this. All right, so the paint is dry. Now we need to remove all of that liquid masking tape. To do that, you need something to kind of rub it off. You can use your thumb, but that's kind of a pain in the ass. I've got this giant eraser looking thing. This is actually a sandpaper eraser. It's meant for cleaning sandpaper on power tools. Works really freaking great for that. You can get them on Amazon. Smaller than this for like 10 bucks. I use this because it's a great big, easy to handle monstrosity. And it's just like an eraser. And everywhere that liquid masking tape is, you rub it on there and it takes it all off of there and gives you nice actual paint chips. Now we were going to add some more weathering to this so it's not so shiny. Now here I just needed to paint in all the different details in that, give it a little something beyond just being plain olive drab. So I just used some cheap crafts paint, black, painted in all the recesses in that black. And then when I got to the gold for the emblem on the top, I was using cheap crafts paint gold for that, and that was kind of a mistake because in order to get it actually a decent opacity where you didn't see the olive drab through it really bad, I ended up having to do like 6 coats. I should have just ran to the house and grabbed my bottle of Vallejo gold. It would have went on 1 coat and it would have been done. But it's painted, so now on to the next step. All right, so now we're going to start griming this thing up. The first step I've got is a bottle of Diet Pepsi. It's water and black paint. It's more or less heavy, dirty paint water. And we're just gonna slap this all over this helmet. Nothing too complicated, just dumped the wash all over it, dabbed off extra with a paper towel, and used a brush to just kind of work it into the recesses better. All right, now I got some pigment powder and some pigment fixer. All right, well, with the pigment powders, you just dump them into a cup, and then you take that fixing liquid and dump that in there with it. Mix it together till you get a good runny consistency, maybe like milk-ish, and then just start painting it on into areas where you think dust is going to settle heavily, in all the different recesses, the corners, anywhere you think dust would be. And once you got everything on there, it's going to dry and it's going to leave a really nice dusty looking film. Then after that, we broke out the AK Interactive Streaky Grime, put that into the recesses as well in different areas, and then used a towel and a brush to drag it down from wherever I put it in to give them streaky looks, like water had come down and caused oil and blood or whatever happens to be on the helmet to come sliming down the sides of it to really give it that dirty, nasty look. All right, let's finish this thing up. We got to put a lens in it and some foam padding. So this is just a safety shield for cutting torch that I've cut down to size to fit the opening here. And let's give it a bit of a curve just to make it easier to install. Got a heat gun. And we're just going to put down some hot glue. All right, now I got foam. It's just sound deadening foam. Oh, can you see it in there? Fuck, I need a goddamn light. All right, just like that, and we're gonna get some, what is that called? Spray adhesive. What do you think? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up like button and subscribe. I'm sure that was good and muffled. Now I gotta find somewhere to put this up on the wall. Till next time.